Hello YouTube, today I'll show you a Phantom Knight deck profile. I chose Phantom Knights because with the release of Megateens, if you want a budget deck to play during this format and a pretty competitive one at that, you might want to play Phantom Knights. If you have a core laying around and you didn't have access to the Torn Scale, the new card that came in Phantom Rage, then that card is pretty easily accessible due to the Megateens and also a lot of other cards like Raider's Knight, Arc Rebellion, and also the spell card. So if you have like a stable cards, of course you gotta have stables, because with stables this deck goes around 150 euros. But yeah, if you have the stables, then you're looking at a pretty cheap deck and a pretty competitive one. So yeah, I'll show you a pretty budget deck profile. We started with the main deck monsters. Of course, 3 Torn Scales. I'm using proxies because mine are in the mail. So yeah, Torn Scales is, they got the reprint at the Megatin, so yeah, pretty accessible now. It's like 3 euros maximum. You can buy a copy for 10, pretty easy. It's a 1-card combo. You discard 1 to Fool's Barrel Phantom Knight, and it can be an extender in the graveyard. When one of your Phantom Knight cards is banished, you can just special him from graveyard. So yeah, 3 Torn Scales, 3 Boots. Also extender in hand. When you have a Phantom Knight, you get to special summon it and searches you your Phantom Knight cards, the Phantom Knight cards, spell and traps. So it searches you the rank up and also your Fog Blade. Next, 2 Cloak. So this is the standard ratio that Phantom Knights have been played for a long time now. So 3 Boots, 2 Cloak, and 1 Gloves. Glove is a foolish when it's banished from the graveyard. This adds you 1 the Phantom Knight card from your deck to the graveyard, from the deck to the hand by banishing. And the new addition to this is the Ragged Gloves. So it's an extender. When a Phantom Knight monster is special summoned from the graveyard, you get to special summon him from the hand and increases level by 1 if you want to. So that's just another extender. As for starters, you do play 3 Tour Guide. You just want to do your combo starts by just having 2 level 3s on the field, and you can end up on a pretty sick board. I'm going to show you at the end of this deck profile. I'll show you what you can do with this deck. Next, 3 Kagemucha Knight. I mean, the dream hand is Tour Guide and Kagemucha, so yeah. The combination of these two is super nice. Kagemucha is another extender. Next, you have 1 Psychic Tracer or Tracker. So if you have a level 3 on board, you get to special summon this from the hand. It's pretty self-explanatory. And same for the Wielder. Have a level 3, accept itself, get special it. And next, for the more extended level 3s, you have the Danger Tsuchinoko or Danger Snack. So Danger Snack is pretty expensive now. It's like 9 euros or something. So yeah, you can, if you don't have it, you can cut it for another tracker, or why not, if you don't have Wielder even, you can just play 3 tracker and that'll be fine. Next, 1 Jackalope. Again, you can cut it for like I don't know, any level 3 extenders, but dangers are pretty good because they replace themselves and draw a card, and these two they never miss. They, even if they snipe it to the head, you'll still have level 3 on board. So yeah, but if you don't have it, replace it with tracker, it's okay. Next, you must have this engine, so it's 1 Graff and 1 Seer. Yeah, you need it to when you go for your Cherubini, because Cherubini opens your combo. Cherubini special dumps Graff, and Graff special summons here, so you add on another body on the form of Cherubini on field besides your combo. And if you have enough extenders, you can even make an Appaloosa on your first turn. Next, 3 Ash Blossoms. Need hand traps. As I said, like this is the most expensive card on the deck. Like a playset of this runs like 45. So yeah, if you do have the stables, this deck is pretty much budget. But yeah, to build it from the ground up, yeah, you'll need like 150 because stables run up really quick. Next, Ghost Belle. So Ghost Belle and Ash, because they are the level 3s, and also Ghost Belle is pretty good against some meta decks these days. So yeah, Drytron, it's not that good, but yeah, you can stop some plays. You can stop Revolt at the Tri-Brigade, and yeah, Shadows also stops Invocation. Anyways, you can play also 3 Veilers. So 3 Veilers will be good enough until Impermanence gets a reprint. So most of the player base will get a chance to get Infinite Impermanence. So yeah, for now you can just play Veiler, but if you get your hand on 3 structures and get your hand on Impermanence, then yeah, you can swipe them out for Impermanence. Next, for spells, 1 rank up to make your Requiem, 1 reinforcement to get your warriors, pretty much you won't get Tor Scale. Foolish Burial, also a combo starter in the deck. 1 emergency teleport, special summon your psychic monsters, you play 2. And 1 Call by the Grave to protect your combos going first. Next, yeah, 3 Fog Blades for trap cards and the 1 Sword. Pretty much self-explanatory. You want to play Fog Blade is one of your main interruptions in the deck. It's easy searchable by Rusty and searchable also by Boots. Next, for the extra deck, you want to play 1 Cherubini, of course. It's a combo starter, pretty much 2 level 3s, Cherubini, go for Rusty, and Rusty Song, as I'll show you. You just need a generic monster, so it could be Barricade Blocker. IP will be better, but IP is a little money right now, so yeah, you can replace it with Barricade Blocker, but if you have IP, yeah, swap it with IP. Next, for the Nightmares, yeah, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, spot Spell Trapper removal, can remove anything on the field. Then 1 Rusty, Appaloosa, and for OTKing your opponent, Boral Sword. That's it for the links you play in the deck. Then 1 Levier, 2 Break Swords, 1 Nightmare. Of course, if you have Downward and Zeus, you can easily replace them for this for Downer and Zeus for the Unicorn. It's not much needed, but this is the budget deck profile. But if you have the Zeus, because also Zeus got reprinted, so if you have access to the Zeus and Downward, do cut Nightmare and Unicorn for those 2, but if you don't, this is fine also. Next, 1 Raiders Knight, 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Requiem, and 1 Arc Rebellion to run off our extra deck. Okay, so here I'll show you a simple combo you can do with just the 1 Tour Guide. No extra extender, just Tour Guide. So your normal summon Tour Guide, effect, special summon Graff and Tour Guide, or special Cherubini. Graff effect will activate, special summon here. Then Cherubini effect will dump the Ancient Cloak. And this 2 will link off for Rusty. Bardiche, then Seer will activate, targeting Cherubini, special summon Cherubini to the field. Save for next turn because we're not using it right now, and then you activate Rusty effect to set a Fogblade and also dump the Feather Knight of Torn Scales. Then you activate Cloak to search your boots, and this will trigger the Torn Scales. So special Torn Scale to the field, activate Silent Boots. Silent Boots will exceed this 2 for Break Sword. Break Sword will trigger Rusty. Rusty effect will pop the Break Sword. Break Sword effect in Graveyard will special summon 2. And now they're treated as level 4s. So here you want to go for your Knightmare. Where is it? Yep. And this you can do out of one card. If you have an extra extender, this could be Rebellion, and this will be in your graveyard because you'll have an extra Phantom Knight engraved to special summon besides that. And during your opponent's turn with the rank up force, you can go for your Requilian.